is the action of the very first game, and that was between Gaborone and UD Lichinga of Mozambique. It was a frantic start for the team from Gaborone, forced to defend very early in the match. Keeper came out, tried to make a save. However, a block on Ametsi was enough to give the confidence back to the debutants of the tournament in UT Lichinga. Lichinga was not done yet, as they made sure that Amelo Peresi was called into action very early in the match. However, UD Lichinga was not to be outdone, and one would look at Yaone Modise also taking a shot coming from the left-hand side, and keeper Musa made sure that she protected the goal. The woodwork coming to the rescue. Again, it was Modise, the shining star, that was asking the questions of a defense that appeared to be in disarray. Keitumeti Ditebe was on the ball yet again, delivering a quality cross, and that was the end. The second match in Group B had to be the home favorites, Ascent Academy of Malawi, and they were up against Young Buffaloes, and it was the tenacity in Tenanile Ngampala who sent an open warning. She managed to get the goal that put the team back into the action. Tenanile, a 35 between 70% goal scorer, but we had to also go and have a look at the other end, in which Ascent made no mistake. Their captain Miriam Manuela was a menacing factor in this defense and getting a goal to her name. Just 19 years of age as the captain. Good control and delivery that found the back of the net and left goalkeeper Dlamini stranded. They were not done yet, as Letitia Chinamula brings in a good cross, a bounce in the box again. The captain Miriam was on the receiving end, and that's how it ended.
That's how it games of those Group B matches. And now let's appreciate how Group A has actually done. Herentos won in their first game 3-1 against FC Ongos of Namibia, and then University of Western Cape lost 1-0 to Green Buffaloes. Green Buffaloes went down 1-0 against Herentos, and Western University had a very good recovery, 3-0 winning actually that encounter. Now in Group B matches, in the first opening games, this is how it went down. Gaborone United played to the first and the only goalless draw that we have had so far in this tournament against UD Lichinga of Mozambique, whereas Ascent Academy were winners in their first game against Young Buffaloes, 2-1. That's how it was. All goals scored in the first half. Now this is how Group A is looking like. Herenton Squeeze of Zimbabwe sitting comfortably, 6 points with 3 goals to their name, and Green Buffaloes have got 3 points. University of Western Cape are on second position with 2 goals because of yesterday's results. And now Group B, how is it looking like? Ascent Academy are on top with 3 points, the only team so far in this group to clinch all the maximum points, as the other two have only got a point after that goalless draw. And then Young Buffaloes are anchoring the table with no point at all after losing in their first game against Ascent Academy. The fans are trickling in, and they are actually excited for this match to see how it will actually pan it out. Now, the talk of the first games is done. We now look forward to today's encounter of how it will go down. Gaborone United will be taking on Young Buffaloes, coming in from a goalless draw, and then Young Buffaloes are actually coming from a loss. They would want to recover and to react so quickly into this actually match. Thereafter, we've got UD Lichinga of Mozambique taking in the group leaders, Ascent Academy, that's from Malawi, to see how they'll actually get in their second game. The weather in Blantyre is actually windy and a bit sunny. It's not as cold as Chiwembe is normally. We are on 10 degrees Celsius, with the temperatures going as high as 26 degrees Celsius. A very good one for the players. They won't actually have to sweat for this one, but 3 points are at stake. They'll have to give it all and see how it will go. The coaches have actually prepared for this one, hoping that they have corrected what they saw in the first game and they will get the results that they need. But 45 minutes is here for us to witness of who will get it right in this second game of Group B as far as it is concerned. Let's get to commentary and kill it off.
Well, thank you, Mo Kelly, for a fantastic build-up, and that just sets the tone for the day today. It is Group B action as Gaborone United ladies of Botswana are up against Young Buffaloes from Eswatini. We're coming to you live from Chiwembe, and the stadium that is of artificial surface with a 6,250 capacity seater. This pitch has definitely been a menace for goalkeepers, as the bounce has proven to be rather difficult to handle. A number of players being caught out as well in terms of the irregular kind of play. When we talk of the battle lines being grown, very nicely prepared stadium, the fans that are slowly finding their way to the venue, and one thing that is certain is the fact that they are going to be spoiled today to some beautiful football that has been on display. This is match day 4, and when you're looking at the crowd already in smiles, it gives you the confidence that something is happening at Mpira Stadium. Call your friend, call your brother, call your sister, and there they are. They have made sure that they come to watch and witness the match today. Well, we'll have a look at the log standings, and when we're talking about the log standings of Group D, Ascent Academy is on top of the log.
Ascent is on top of the log with 3 points, followed by Gaborone and UD Lichinga. And Young Buffaloes so far 0 points.
They are the only team, Young Buffaloes, that are yet to get a point in this match. It's pretty tight as the home side is on the summit of Group B. Gaborone United, a pretty slow start with UD Lichinga. They've got a point, and one is expecting that the encounter in today's match will certainly set the cats amongst the pigeons. When we're talking about the cats amongst the pigeons, we're also going to say the boys against men. We're also going to say the ladies against the girls. But when we talk about the girls, here's the ball girls who are dressed beautifully in their pink uniforms, ready to come onto the pitch, and they are leading their idols. We're talking about, when we talk of idols in this particular part of the region of Malawi, what comes to mind?
Immediately what comes to my mind is Temwa and Tabitha Chawinga, because they are representing right now.
Well, absolutely being represented by those young ball girls. Temwa and Tabitha, stand up. Malawi, stand up. Those are the players that need to be celebrated, who carry the flag of Malawi close to their hearts. Of Young Buffaloes gets the customary greetings out of the way. They are in the yellow uniforms is Young Buffaloes, and the team in the red and white is that of Gaborone United. The officials for the match. And before then, let's just have a look and take a moment. We take a moment to appreciate this team that is making history in this particular tournament. Gaborone registering their debut in this tournament, learning the hard way, but this is what it is. Have a look at the lineup here that is put forward by coach of Gaborone United. It is Peresi in goal, it's Mochawe, it's Bayeletse, Selebatse, Ditebo, Moloi Modise, as well as Ontlameti. The bench, you've got Magaga, you've also got Mpone, you've got Tafa, and Jessica Maponga is another one of those players that can be brought along. They are up against this team, but before we show you the lineup of the opposition, these are the officials, these are the captains that are making sure that today is a D-Day. The planning has been done. The planning is all up to the captains. We're looking at Sedilia, Francisco, Fernando. She hails from Mozambique, capable and able of leading the line. Rhoda Atisma Monandle, she's also from Mozambique. Happiness, Madamba Damba, from Malawi. That's the home girl. Stand up, Malawi. Nonjabulo Nonja, and Ndlela, she is from South Africa. To remind one and all, this is the team that is going to do duty for young Buffaloes from Eswatini. It is Dlamini, it is Tenanile, Futi, Notando, Sipilisilwe, Nobutula. Eliwe is also in the mix. Nomvula, Sesanda, Batelisile, as well as Telamalangeni. The bench is not that much, not much depth. Let's hope this does not come to haunt. Nondumiso, Nogwanda, as well as Notolo. A very, very thin bench indeed for young Buffaloes of Eswatini. When we say on your marks, you say get ready. We then said go, and we're waiting for referee Kadila Francisco to say go. Eswatini, young Buffaloes attacking the goals from the right to the left of your screen. They will get us started in their yellow uniform with yellow stockings, and Gaborone United in their second strip, red and white, attacking the goal from the left to the right of your screen. It is a beautiful day. So let's give it the best entertainment. Thank you for joining us wherever you are. And referee is waiting for the orders to get us underway, and it will be a very, very determined Tenanile Mochawe who got onto the score sheet. Yes, they've done it all in the previous match. Tenanile and young Buffaloes were beaten by 3-1, and that was by the home team, the Young Ascent Academy. I call them Kidio. Talking about Kidios, it is Tenanile that gets us off the mark. Gaborone United, on the other hand, they played to a goalless draw. The only match thus far that failed to deliver the highlights, that failed to give the crowd what they came here for. Gaborone United, a team that dethroned Double Action, who have 14 champion leagues out in Botswana. And that tells you and sends a message of the strength of Gaborone United, the drive of women's football in Botswana. Young Buffaloes also coming into this match. They also detained Babane Swallows. They've also detained Green Buffaloes in Eswatini. But more than anything, they have been part of this tournament, on this being their third appearance. Getting back to the action, it's an immediate corner that is being awarded to the team from Gaborone, who are yet to register a goal. It's a corner. Defense was shattered in the very early minutes, conceding the fastest goal in this tournament thus far, as young Buffaloes will want to organize and switch on from the first whistle. Here's an opportunity for a header, and that is Gaborone United wanting to pick up with a very important goal. And we're talking about the two teams that are on display.
Gaborone United started with a draw when they played against UG Lichinga. So both coaches now, they're looking forward to have 3 points to register for their first win in this tournament.
Yeah, well, definitely the coaches have got different plans. You got to have learning outcomes from the previous match. You definitely want to come into the tournament and make a statement. The first match could be one that is important, and here's chance that is the first offside of the match, but a brilliant piece of quick transitional play, and it is Happiness Damba of Malawi who was very quick with her flag. Have a look at this. Yes, she's definitely offside. Acres offside. Two players, keeper came out, but they managed to share her between the players. But if this is how they want to start the match, it basically sends a very, very early message. Gaborone United in the opposite end of the goal. They need more red jerseys in that box, and safety first, closing the attacks from the wings. And you see the thumbs go up, and that shows you a team that is confident, a team that is prepared, and a team that is focused. Corner for Gaborone. Ball going out to the touchline. When we talk about depth of the players for a tournament that is 10 days long, you need to have a strong bench. You need to have quality in the bench. And for young Buffaloes, they have been plagued by injuries. They are really a team that is on a limp and a prayer. When we talk about a limp and a prayer, this is what we're talking about. Just 4 or 5 players on the bench, but the coach will make do with what is on offer. Clearance, it's a long one. It's an important ball. That is a Ditebe, and she's very close down. Slow decision making on the edge of the box when the opportunity was there, when the goal was glaring. One would have expected that young Laone should have maybe taken a strike. Header! That's still bubbling. Defending much better. Away they come as young Buffaloes. They say you can't let lightning hit the same place twice. And we've seen that happening. And in 5 minutes so far, they've done well. They conceded their first goal in almost the first minute of this match.
And as soon as they conceded that goal, they went into panic.
Well, here is a quick 1-2. Young Buffaloes trying to exchange some interplay. Tenanile and Sasanda playing the quick 1-2. The foul is referee Fernando. It's very quick to stop the action. It's an opportunity for young Buffaloes to take a strike at the goalkeeper, Tlamelo Peresi. 3-man wall or 3-woman wall. She is an absolute danger. The goalkeeper is a step away from her line as the Sanda and Zinisa will go route one, and that's tame. That is a tame shot, and I'm sure she will be disappointed. Her teammates will be disappointed, and so will the coach be disappointed.
That wasn't strong enough. If she had just pushed the ball much stronger than that, maybe would have determined.
Yeah, there's an opportunity on the other end. And Gaborone United pretty hesitant in making use of the opportunities they created. Here's Tenanile. And Tenanile losing her footing. Again, it's another free kick, giving away possession very early early in this match, we get to see the first yellow card.
Young Buffaloes are a bit careful because they have actually received a red card in their first match, so they need to be very careful.
Here's the moment of Young Buffaloes. Eliwe Kambule is the player attacking. Eliwe is the player that is fouled, and this is Sasanda again given the situation to take the set piece. Sasanda will probably want to do better than she did in the first attempt and the first free kick. Players will probably try to break that line ball over the top and keep Tlamelo in the right spot. Intercepted by Gaborone, defending for Young Buffaloes. Gaborone, they have the tendency of ball possession, fluidity. They look for the spaces, come all the way back. Is Gaborone United to Celebatso. Then it's a long ball up front in search of a runner. Celebatso and Machawe, two experienced centre-backs, playing together, showing their versatility. They will shore up that defence. Ball is bubbling in the midfield, but Gaborone United come away with it. Keitumetsi Ditebe and keeper Qinile Dlamini sends a long ball. Is Qinile.
When you talk about the long balls, Tenanile needs supply because she's working too hard. If the midfielders can provide quick balls pass into the space, she can actually lash onto that passes. It appears to be dangerous.
Well, it does appear to be dangerous. Tenanile does, you're correct. She does need more supply. She does need to get into those attacking areas in the final third. She's looked the part. She's absolutely dangerous, but they've got some defending to do, and Nomvuyo has tidied up. Just spotting 4 changes that has been made by coach Sabelo Mnisi and Fiziwe Hlope. And Telamalanga is one of those players, number 20. Notando Dlamini is number 4. She also is another playing making the start, putting her hand up. They came on as substitutes in their first match against a very tenacious Ascent and Futi, as well as Nomvuyo. Those are the 4 changes that one picks up. Wasted ball. Hard. It had to be Ontlametsi. If only she can work on her finishing, is Ontlametsi. She gets herself into very promising positions. The midfield supplies her. She is the go-to person to get them the goals. But that ball, it's a raindrop. It goes way over the bar. It goes way into the street. But I'm sure she'll have enough time to rectify that. She has 90 minutes in the match. In actual fact, after 10 minutes, she has 80 minutes to rectify that. Anna Sachawe, good control. However, the ball just falling away from Munatando. Another raindrop, another bounce. But it is Tlamelo. She'll slow the game, play it according to their pace. Gaborone United, I'll knock it about. There's Mochawe. They need to express themselves as Gaborone United. They're very tactically gifted. They have the ability to get into the spaces. They look for those lines, the availability, the support. If they can get that all right, there is another chance. Young Buffaloes are not giving them the moment or much time on the ball. Celiwe. She continues a run. Is Celiwe Nkambule conceding a corner? 12 goals have been scored so far in the tournament. That is 6 games.
6 games, 12 goals. And the biggest win so far is UWC with 3 goals versus Ongos FC. And most goals by Herento Queens, which are 4.
Well, that is definitely a message that is being sent very loud and clear. The number of goals, you still want the record to be broken. That of Melinda Khadiete, that of Irene Lungu. But still, the leading goal scorer in the Women's Champions League is
Melinda.
Of Sundowns, Melinda. She's on 8.
8. She registered 5 in 2021, then 3.
Here's a corner which just goes out of play, and a goal kick it is. Throw in for Young Buffaloes. Nogutula Dlamini. Telamalanga is available. It is Nogutula in the midfield, bossing that midfield. Well, these are some of the players that are in the medical room, if we could call it that, with the injuries and unfortunately not able to sit on the bench with the rest of the team. Those players will be yearning to want to go on and put on the jersey and represent their club, represent their country. But injuries are part of that. Decent ball. Important header. They had to get it right. Nomvulo Duva brought into that defense to use her height. Decent header. Keeper is a little bit slow to get back into her area, but here comes Gaborone. And onside, is it? In actual fact, the flag goes up for an offside. Another wasted opportunity. Laone Modise Moloi. Between Laone and Ontlametsi, if they can hold their runs a little bit, as we have a look at the offside, there's Laone. She peeled off too early, but it was a lovely, delightful ball that got between the defense of Young Buffaloes, which they have to be very careful of, as the spaces are important. Close the spaces, get the gaps right, and support play also crucial in that defensive area. Tenanile Muchawe. There's a foul on Notando Dlamini. Gaborone United showing their physicality, but one expected the physicality on Young Buffaloes. But we're looking at a team that is really being disruptive, and rightfully so. They want to stop them in the tracks. Sipilisiwe Ndlovu is over this ball. She has Dlamini to aim for, Telamalanga and Tenanile. And she goes route one. And that's not to trouble Tlamelo Peresi.
An early goal from both sides can settle the nerves and try to impose what the coaches planned. So an early goal from both sides will actually settle them.
Oh, definitely. I think this is another one that is a bit pedestrian. They're very cautious. Very cautious. Here's a chance for Laone Moloi. Another offside for Moloi. She puts her hand up in frustration. She wants the quick release from Keitumetse Ditebe. Same player, same offside. Intercepted by Gaborone. Keitumetse Ditebe. Tenanile Machau, when asked to come in and get her defensive duties, she does exactly that when you need her in attack. We talk of players that are versatile. Some lovely footwork from Keitumetse Ditebe. Gaborone on the ball. Ditebe. Yaone. She's battling it out as Yaone, but losing out. Sipilisile Ndlovu of Young Buffaloes. The launching pad of attack is to defend well. Keeper being called to read the danger. Matelisiwe is operating on the left back position for Green Buffaloes. She has Yaone Modise for company. Ngozo was in the right back position. Another throw in for Gaborone United. Keitumetsi. Gaborone will take their time about taking this corner. When we're looking at the corner, it is Gaborone with 3 corners so far. 3 corners for Gaborone, showing their intentions to press and attack and try and use the situation. Ball in the box, keeper comes out, gets an important touch. She gets 2 hands to it. Is Trinile Dlamini. It's another corner. Another corner for Gaborone United. It's played short, a bit of a variation, looking for a better angle. Header! Oh! Equal to the task is Nomvulo Duba. She got a decent foot to it, cleared the lines very quickly, and the good shifting that is happening in that defense. Players pushing out very quickly, quite impressive for young Buffaloes. You can see that they've worked on their previous mistakes.
Indeed, they have worked on it, and you can tell that there's great communication with the defense.
Communication is key, Esther, and we are definitely seeing that young Buffaloes have worked on that, and the captain is also responsible for communicating even a lot more, guiding the players on the park. And for me, each and every department should kind of have a captain who's having the ability, as the ball bounces, but keeper did well to come way off a line and watch that bounce. So talking about the different departments on the field of play, you need your captain in defense, you need your captain in the midfield, you need your captain up front. That is to allow and guide the players on the field, especially for women's football. We get the mix of young players, we get the mix of quite mature and senior players, and you need the senior players to lend a hand to the coach who is on the bench and furthest away. Sometimes just putting a hand on the player is enough to motivate the player. Here is Nancy Keitumetsi. Modise. Oh, this is the skill one spoke of. No matter how much you waltz, no matter how much you dance, a good defender will not be concerned about that and will be pleased with the fact that they are able to just stop that movement and get the ball out. Anywhere will do, exactly like that. Safety first and not putting yourself in trouble. Yaone Modise, quite creative. She seems to be that player that's given the freedom to take defenders on. Throw in, Teliwe. "20 minutes on the clock, still no goals. In this group, the lowest scoring group in terms of having their draw. So far, they have an opportunity to increase the goal tally. The match much later on in Ascent Academy and UD Lichinga will certainly set up the fireworks. Zami. Another piece of skill. in each and every game, there's that impactful player who is very much the instigator. She's very much the influence. She brings a crowd on her side. She brings the referee on her side to keep an eye on her as well, and can draw a lot of fouls and basically can turn a game on its head.
So far, we are seeing that from Young Buffaloes. Dlamini is proving to be a real workhorse.
Yeah, Dlamini is one of that Nokutula Dlamini, Esther. And when you look at this side of Young Buffaloes, we have 6 players with the Dlamini surname. So what we will do is use their first names to differentiate and not the surname, because I'm sure at home you'll ask me, is Gloria talking about one player throughout this match? So, Dlaminis, Stanleys, you name them, they there, and they problems.
In this case, I was talking about number 6, Noktula Dlamini.
That's better. So here we go. We'll try our best to give you the first names of the team from Eswatini, coached by Sabelo as well as Fisiwe. They're really doing a sterling job out in Eswatini. Girls this time have done well to really get the jinx off. Destabilized by the first goal. Here they have an opportunity. Kaliwe lays it back. Beauty! Wababa! We just spoke about their patience. It's that player, Tenalile Mochawe. A second goal of this tournament.
Second goal, and she's proving to be a captain. She is leading.
Chess. We have to enjoy. Come and watch with us. It is Young Buffaloes drawing first blood. A goal in the 23rd minute. It had to take that long. She has the captain's armband. She's pulling the strings up front. Have a look at how she comes from the midfield to connect to that. This is what you want to do. Give credit to Kaliwe Kambune to spot an oncoming Tenanile Muchawe, and the rest is for you to decide whether you're coming to join us where we are. Oh, I love the celebration. And there's going to be plenty more. Gaborone United, that was a wake-up call. How do you respond? And for a player like Khaondile Ontlametsi, she's got to take the game by the scruff of its neck. She's capable, she's able, and her coach is depending on her. It was silent for 22 minutes.
Yes, and the captain has just shown that a good leader leads by example.
There we go. Let's lead by example. We've got a captain in the OB vans. We've got a captain on the field. We've got a captain down the touchline. But we're talking about the captains on the park. They've got to dig deep. They've got to bring their side to believe. Here's another chance. Ball in between the defenders. But here is a defender that is livid with the goalkeeper. Mochawe is livid with the goalkeeper, saying, come off the line. I can only do so much. And Camelo Peresi was fixated with the possession instead of also coming to disrupt the attack.
A little bit of miscommunication there, and that could have costed them big time.
Well, communication, again, you highlighted on that much earlier, and nicely being spotted there, because, again, you want the communication to be on point, especially in those defensive thirds. It's a throw-in. It's a throw-in for Young Buffaloes, taking the game to Gaborone United. Turning possession. Young Buffaloes, that's a long and hopeful ball. Keepers asked her to strip stretch her legs a little bit and collect that ball. Keeper. A long ball from the centre back, Nomvulo Tuba. Spilisiwe Ndlovu. Gaborone United. It's Ditebe. It's Ditebe who was looking for a player to make a run across the field. Synergized move not coming to fruition. Pressing high, forcing the error. This is what is expected from Gaborone United, but coming away with it is Young Buffaloes. Referee Fernando trying to allow the game to flow, but in that particular moment felt the need to award Young Buffaloes a free kick. Spilisiwe. It's another teasing ball, but this time Gaborone United doing the business. It's a long ball from the midfield. Quick 1-2. Molloy. Laone Molloy takes a shot. Keeper's very comfortable with that. Laone Molloy. Even though the narrowing of the angle appeared to be a problem, she still fancied the shot and took the shot, which was credit to her to have the ability to force the keeper into a save. Spilisiwe Ndlovu, who's given the responsibility to take the goal kicks. Goalkeeper, you will remember in the first game, also took a knock to her ankle. It's good to see that she's still present. She's still forcing her hand into the lineup to make sure she doesn't want to lose that position. Conceding 3 goals, but still showing good confidence to come in and pull off some good couple of saves. Just one change that is being spotted, made by Coach Khalid Niozima. It's Anna Sechawe. She comes on in the midfield for Gaborone United, and it is Maponga who is relegated to the bench. Talking about relegation to the bench, Young Buffaloes, but Delisiwe is again instrumental. But Delisile throw in for Gaborone United. Young Buffaloes build up, quick 1-2s, but a little bit of a misunderstanding on the field. Gaborone looking for the spaces, looking for the player to make themselves available, but it seems like there's yellow jerseys everywhere. Here's Eliwen Kambule. She'll give up the chase. She'll give up the chase as Tenanile Muchawe. We've got Geseho Fense Muchawe from Gaborone United. We've got Tenanile Muchawe from Young Buffaloes. So it will be interesting to see if there is a relationship between the two.
It could be a war between sisters. We never know.
Player down, and the temperatures are pretty high today and could increase. We saw them currently sitting at 24, 26 degrees, and later on it could even increase. Although it's 24, 26 degrees, it feels like it's 30 already. And talking about that, the referee Fernando's just allowing the players to hydrate and getting onto the bench. the hydration. They are both sets of players who are at the touchline. The referee allowing them to get onto the park to hydrate, using some moments when play has been stopped and the player is receiving treatment. Players are encouraged to quickly get to the bench for a little bit of water and to try and keep those temperatures very low.
Unlike other days, today it's a little bit hot. It is hot, actually. I even came with 3 jerseys. I'm surprised it's hot today.
Well, talking about the heat, which I can imagine to the players on the park. Here's an opportunity for Kate Tumetsi. Keeper comes out, and that was a close moment, a nervy moment, a moment to pull Gaborone United back into this match. Kate Tumetsi knows how close she was, but keeper Kunile has stayed on the ground. He stayed flat on the ground. Talking about, Notando, Telamalanga, Futi, and Novuyo, who've come on for Young Buffaloes, the new players. It looks like they've given the side stability, especially in those critical areas, because they definitely are playing with a lot more confidence, they're playing with a lot more purpose, and they're attacking a lot more.
Yes, indeed, because they were wounded by Ascent. They underestimated Ascent Academy on their first match. So, lessons learned.
Absolutely. You got to show that the first game, which was the first game, has provided you a platform to be able to build from. And we're seeing Coach Sabelo doing exactly that. Those great changes that are impacting positively on a side that is a lot more organized. For Gaborone United, they will be very patient. They persistent, though, to their DNA, which is ball on the ground, which is small triangles, support play. But they also need to mix it every now and then. Looking for width. It's Yaone. Yaone looking for Keitumetsi. Close down, charge down. But Mochawe does well to tidy up at Celebatso. Here's those 1-2s. Beautiful strike! Wababa! She turned, faced the goal. She asked the questions. She let rip. Unbelievable stuff at the Pila Stadium. But there's a signal to say the ball is outside. The goalkeeper is picking it up from the back of the net. She's got us all in a frantic move. This is going to be the decision. We'll ask the question, VAR. We ask the question, where is VAR? But let's talk about simulation. Let's talk about simulation that has been present. There's that moment, that ball, definitely over the woodwork, over the crossbar, but what a beauty. I'm sure for you at home, you'd believe that that ball was in the back of the net. And it had to take our camera work that have been excellent in showing it to you without fear or favor that that ball had gone over the bar.
Over the bar. And talking about VAR, we have the fans who have also said, no, the ball is not in.
There we go. We do not have VAR. We have a simulated cause that took place. And for today, the referee was very quick to consult with her linesman, who was also very clear in her instruction to say, no. It went over the bar. But we got fooled in the commentary booth. That I must say. I was excited about the brilliance. But now, that is the warning. That shows what she's capable of doing.
Very true indeed. Even herself, she couldn't believe it. She put up her jersey and covered her face like, did I just do that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dlamini. Gcinile. The player is struggling. Duva. Well, Duva is down. The medical team is being summoned on. But let's have a look at the earlier incident. And this is the ball, nicely pulled. And you're looking at Nancy, who was looking for space. But look at this. It actually hits the net. You can see the net bulging in that moment. Oh, was brilliantly taken. Good technique in that moment. But keeper Gcinile will tell you, I had this covered. Control with the left leg. It's Yaone Modise. Sheila Drip. Oh, excitement. Fantastic work. We got to give credit to Rhoda Mondlane from Mozambique. Her flag went up and she mentioned it very quickly to break the heart of Yaone Modise and say, no, try again. Let's hope that just spurs her on to try another attempt at goal. Gaborone United. Laone Moroi. Cross, closed down. Intercepted from the wings. Nomvuyo Zuba.
Nomvuyo is right there on point, defending, helping the goalkeeper as well with the rest of the defense.
You know, we're seeing the organization in that defense in this particular match. We're talking about the organization of Young Buffaloes. Definitely a different team in that area. So we have a look at the corner. Keeper comes out, misses. Support, clearance of the line. Very quick to support the goalkeeper when she loses out, you know. But we also are seeing from Gaborone United, the team, yes, they have the ball possession, but they also are showing a lot of structure.
Organization and structure was evident when Coach Razor was in charge of double action, which also seems to be the identity of the women's national team.
Yeah, I think when you're talking about the women's national team, it's due to the fact that a number of players from double action were playing in that in the national team. We're also seeing two of those players from double action who have joined Gaborone United. And Coach Reza, who didn't travel with the team, has been influential as well in instilling the same discipline to Gaborone United. But Khalid is bringing in the players to understand the basic principles, to use them to great effect. And at times you can see their build-up maybe is a little bit slow. They need to maybe inject a bit of pace in those moments and get the ball quicker up front. And, you see those shots coming from distance, a little bit of frustration creeping in. But this is how the player went down. It was a clash between the two players, Nomvulo and Spilisiwe, were pretty tight in that defense and not giving her much room. They say shut the back door. They say shut the back door. And Nogutula is doing that. Nomvulo is doing that. Futi on the left back. Complementing each other very well. The free kick going to the side defending, and that's Young Buffaloes. The referee wants the player to take the ball in the right spot. There's a little bit of a delay. Seems to be some confusion with the player. Noguchula Dlamini seems also a bit confused with the instructions coming from the bench. We have 4 minutes to the 45. It's a throw-in. Buffaloes closing down from the front. Good interception. Yes, Eliwe Kambure. Kambure brings in Tenanile. Tenanile is trying to release Notando Dlamini. Peresi under pressure. Yes, Tenanile. Side netting. That should have been the second goal. That should have been the second goal. Player remained on the ground. Tenanile trying to get her teammate up. But I think the coaches need to throw a little bit of caution to the players before I make the statement. Let me have a look at this. Goalkeeper's first touch was a little bit strong, which got her into trouble. And that just forced a Celebatso to really create an uncharacteristic error. If you look at Celebatso in that move, she went down. She's usually a very strong player, but it was enough to disturb Tenanile or force her into taking a quick decision. I can tell you what that signal means. That signal means 2 minutes. That signal means 2 minutes from the referee. There's the crowd. It's a Sunday. And happy Sunday to you. And thank you for really being a part of the family. Thank you for being watching with us and being a great fan of women's football. It's good to see that there are so many gentlemen all witnessing the game, showing the interest, summoned by the coach to get ready to warm up. Player still looks like she's in distress and she's holding her ankle. We'll definitely get word from the touchline a little bit later to see whether we can get her back into this match. 43 minutes, a minute on the clock to the 45 plus referees additional time or optional time or injury time. But that is usually given for the stoppages in the match. Yes, Gaborone wanting to finish strongly. That ball, it's a raindrop. Keeper is in trouble. Oh. Wow. When you talk about an audacious moment, we're talking about that strike. We've had some close calls. That was the brilliance of Gaborone United. It looks like Busan. However, brilliant effort. Keeper is smiling, but there was really nervousness there. The players again would say, what more can we do? Gaborone United. Mochawe. Keitumeti. Away by Teliwe. On the left-hand side, here's Yaone Modise. Battling it out is Chama. Chama is just loses possession. They need to be cautious. They need to be focused. A lot of goals, or a high number of goals, is usually scored. Another chance, and all it needed was a good connection from Laone. She had acres of space on the right-hand side. Anmo did well to peel away from the defense. Is Laone Modise. All she needed was to connect that ball, cushion that ball, and get that ball in the back of the net. She's definitely asking questions as Mochawe. It's bobbling in the center circle. They start again. They look again. They knock it about again. It would have been two beautiful goals, but neither one of them. They say luck is a big part, is a huge factor in football. And for the coaches, he'll wonder, what more are my players supposed to do? They've got to turn that luck into a reality.
Sometimes all you need in football is luck, and when luck is not available, then
create the opportunities. Create your own luck. Molloy. It's Molloy. She decides to carry the ball. Molloy. Yaone. Modise. Molloy. Final decision in the box is what is letting them down. Too many passes in the box when one should be releasing or taking a strike. You can see the coach there absolutely concerned about his players. Tenalile goal is the one that separates young Buffaloes from Gaborone United. And Tlamelo Peresi, who's really been kept busy in this match. It is the team from Botswana that leaves the field with their heads down. Very interesting play from young Buffaloes. We'd confirmed the scoreline at the Imperial Stadium. Gaborone United, no. Young Buffaloes, 1. Well, let's have a look at the highlights. It was pretty early in the match when Gaborone United launched an attack, and again Reitu Metsi getting into the thick of things. Laone Molloy has really been the player that is peripheral to the attacks, and not forgetting Gaone Ontlametsi. She too has been given an opportunity to take the lead, get the early goal and settle. But it was that ball that was closest. Again, Yaone Modise coming into the blind side of the defense of young Buffaloes. But it wasn't able to make the correct connection. But it was this move that gave young Buffaloes the much needed goal. Credit Teliwe on the left-hand side, picking her head up, spotting an oncoming Tenalile, and the celebrations began. It is the halftime scoreline, and the action that does continue. We're looking at the side netting also coming to the rescue. So a little bit of an improved decision here for Tenalile Muchawe. The crowd was looking on and wanting more goals. It's time to take a break, and we'll join you after the 45 minutes. 1-0 the scoreline at Imperial Stadium. half at the Imperial Stadium. It is Gaborone United ladies of Botswana that are trailing Young Buffaloes of Eswatini by a 1-0. A goal that was scored in the 24th minute by Tenanile Mochawe, the captain, leading from the front. The teams have come out here in the second half and hoping to pick up from where they left off. It will be a Gaborone United who will be imposing themselves and looking for the equalizer goal. That's the first mission for Coach Khalid Niozime. We haven't spotted any changes yet, but if we do, we will share with you if it is the same personnel. From Young Buffaloes, they are attacking the goal from the left to the right of your screen here in the second half of this match. It is Anna Sechawe is the player to come off from Gaborone United, and Jessica Muponga is the player that has come on. Jessica Muponga, she'll come in. There'll be a few positional switches. Jessica Muponga immediately gets into action. She's going to come and try and dictate the pace, dictate the tone in the midfield. With that change, as Anna Sechawe who had come in for Muponga coming back to claim a position in the second half. It's a free kick and a long ball. It's like the instructions have been pretty clear from the coach to say shoot from distance. They want to capitalize and expose the height of the goalkeeper. Maybe they're spotting a weakness. We'll look at a Young Buffaloes to see how they rectify. It's another long ball, starting the ball from the back with the search for Tela Malanga, with the search for Nomtandazo, and also Eliwe up front. Moloi losing out to Sasanda. Mochawe. Gaborone United. They are taking the ball out to the wing and looking for Joy out on the width. Muponga, Selebatso. There's an opportunity on the edge of the box. Moloi! And she gets herself into wonderful positions, is Laone Moloi. She even appreciates the supply and she says, just give me another one. And she will eventually, or she's hoping that she will eventually get it right. Gaborone have 5 players pressing high. This is a long ball as far as the halfway line, but it's brought right back, and this time it's Mochawe switching to the right hand side, looking for Ontlametsi. Ontlametsi giving chase, does well to keep up and get the ball, showing some footwork, and the support is slow in coming. Eventually the ball is kicked out, and you can see a frustrated Ontlametsi saying, I've tried to buy time, I've tried to make sure that you guys can come. Nancy Bayeletsi. Here's Yaone Modise. Yaone Modise. Ontlametsi. It's way too early for the goalkeeper to be wasting time. She's got to be careful of a yellow card. And it's a free kick given. So when you look at Young Buffaloes here in the second half, it was a good turn that Nogutula tried to get away from her marker. Or is it Sasanda Nzinisa? Young Buffaloes. So now they have 2 goals in this tournament. One bounce. How do they react? Tenanile. And showing alertness. Liano Busang. Liano Busang. It's in the air. Sasanda is looking to get a hold of that. Player just pushed out of the way. Futi. Is Young Buffaloes. Tenanile will look at the goalkeeper and she'll again ask the question. Peresi. Peresi was quick to release that ball. There's an urgency about Gaborone United. Falling as far as Liano. Keeper, one bump. And she takes a dive. If this was a swimming pool, that would be from a score of 10.
And yes, she's enjoying herself. That's her office.
That's her office. She's allowed to sleep. She's allowed to take a dive. Goalkeeper Peresi is asked to get them started. Peresi, she releases Mochawe. Mochawe has options on the left. She has options on the right. She goes route one. In this case, she's looking for Ontlametsi. Ontlametsi. Free kick for Young Buffaloes. Let's not just mix the two. There's green buffaloes, there's young buffaloes. The animals are at work and they're preying on... So we look at young buffaloes looking for prey in Gaborone United. Have managed to draw first blood. Ball is in the air. You know, when we talk of first blood, those who love Rambo movies will know what I'm talking about. So we're bringing that here to the match today. As young Buffaloes continue to impose themselves, but we're seeing a little bit of a shift in the second half as Tlama takes a throw in. Laone Moloi gets into the big box, but doesn't get past Pilisi Wendlov.
That was cleared out very well and very nice defense.
Corner. This is another corner. It's taken very short and it's in the box. But you lead Liano Busang to whip that ball back. And instead, they lose the advantage from a corner. They give away possession to Young Buffaloes. What that corner needed was quality to get it into the box where you would aim for the red jerseys. That ball floated away from the danger area and thus creating an opportunity for Young Buffaloes to push out very quickly and force the offside. United clear away. Structure for Gaborone.
So far, we're seeing Nditebe, Moloi, and Bageti working so hard in the midfield.
They're working hard in the midfield. They do need to take control of that midfield. They do need to impose their stature. Anyway, she plays it back. That's another long ball. That's a goal kick. The coach wanted this team to play according to the coach's plan. When you look at their first match, He says they played according to the way they wanted. But yes, they didn't get the results. The nerves came off. This is the second match and they should settle. Keeper comes out. Ball in the box. Keeper takes a dive, collects it, and just wants to make sure that she silences the noise. She's in control. She is in charge. Nancy. It was a nice drive by Nancy. Taking the ball on, taking on the players of Young Buffaloes. Nancy was the player who attempted that audacious ball that hit the woodwork in the first half. It was a beauty. Had that ball found the back of the net, she sent a very early warning. 55 minutes. It's another free kick. Modise is another player that got everybody off their seats when everybody thought that ball was in the back of the net. She's given a chance. Looks like they're playing against the wind because the ball is really not traveling as far and as much as they would like. Young Buffaloes looking for the run and looking for the width. Playing along the lines. It's a free kick for Gaborone United. Ball bobbling on the edge of the box. It's an effort. Hey, Tumetsi Ditebe is taking the throw in. Ditebe. She's got the numbers around her, is Ditebe. On the edge of the box, here is Molloy. Molloy on the edge of the box is Modise. Modise finds Molloy. Close down. Another follow-up. Keeper. Good organization from Young Buffaloes. Credit to goalkeeper Qinile. You got to look at Gaborone United in that moment. Be delighted by the fact that they kept that momentum going. They were building, trying to waltz away, staying onside. Molloy was the first instigator, and her shot was blocked, and a strike from long range forced the keeper into another save.
That is the third attempt from Gaborone United. We have seen so far two of those in the first round.
Apologies for trying to show you the slow-mo, but the action is so hot, the action is so fast. We had to make sure that we continue with the play, and we get a moment, we'll try and show you the effort that almost got Gaborone United back into business. Another quick 1-2. Trouble looming. Laone Molloy is giving chase, but it is Ngozo. But Delisile Ngozo, she got a timely foot in there. Ball whipped in, header away. On the edge of the box by Eletsi. Still in the box. On Chametsi, falling kindly. Here's Yaone.
Pressing and pressing. They have come in the second half with fire. They want a ball in that goal, and they are trying their best to frustrate the goalkeeper and all the defense. If they are not careful, something is going to happen.
Well, they're trying to put the pressure on. They're trying to mount the pressure. They've had good opportunities, but luck is just not on their side. Keeper's been brilliant. Got to give credit to Qinile. You also got to put your hand up. Qeliwe has been in the wars and is hacking away anything that comes their way. Tenanile dropping a bit deep every now and then, but it's definitely a better second half. I can tell you something. I think they heard my director. My director was saying he was hoping that Gaborone United will put a lot more effort. And immediately him after saying so, the team just threw everything, including the kitchen sink at the goalkeeper.
Exactly, and we're sitting here looking at how they were performing. That they just said they had the director KK in the van.
Keitumetsi Ditebe, who's been taken out with the stretcher. That's another long ball! Keeper got a touch. So far, in these last 5 minutes, Zinile has been busiest. She's managed to keep her goal intact, and that ball will give her an opportunity to regroup. The introduction of Jessica Maponga has released Nancy Bialetti. The ball goes out to the right-hand side. It's a cross and a decent one. But look at the good touch that the goalkeeper made. Followed that ball. She turns her body right up until the last minute. And coming from the blind side was Ontlametsi. And the keeper got a touch. She got a warning in the first half for time wasting. She's now got herself in trouble. And when we look at young Buffaloes, they got to be careful of wasting time. It's still very early as this match reaches the 1 hour mark, and a yellow card for Mochawe there in the defense for time wasting.
The ref was kind enough just to give a warning at the first time, but the second time now she has to get a yellow.
Deserving yellow card. It's number 10 and number 14. Number 10, Sasanda Denisa, is the player who is being substituted. And bringing in number 14, and that is Nondumiso Dlamini. Another Dlamini. But we'll stick to Nondumiso. Nondumiso is brought on to defuse the situation. A coach responding to the attacks from Gaborone United. Here in the last 5 or so minutes, they've really been menacing. They've been pressuring Bialete. Jessica Maponga. Bialete. Charge down. Ontlametsi, keeper gets a save. Brilliant effort by the keeper. Very quick, there's an urgency about Gaborone United as Aone Modise takes the corner, and this could be one that they play very short, and she has been summoned by Selebaso to say, your position should be in the box. Allow me to deliver the cross. Let's see how this pays off. Goalkeeper has proven to be a menace. Corner. Ball deceiving. Doesn't find a red jersey. And that is another corner. This is the 7th corner for Gaborone United. Most of which we're seeing them pressing in the second half. Young Buffaloes currently on 3 corners. Looks like the halftime break really paid dividends and motivated the players to do a lot better. Keitumetsi Ditebe takes a throw in. Close down. Tenanile Muchawe. You haven't seen young Buffaloes in the opposition half. It's just been Gaborone. Having said that, they then, as they say, commentators curse. Young Buffaloes. turning out to be a little bit frustrating for young Buffaloes. They're not able to conjure up 3 or 4 passes here in the second half, and that's due to the mounting of the pressure of Gaborone. As we look at Yaone Modise taking the players on, and again the keeper comes to the rescue, gets an important touch. She's deserving thus far of number 1 jersey is Kunile Gamini. She's really kept her side in this match, and no matter where they're firing, and firing they are from all cylinders, she's been able to keep her side still in it. Showed too much of the ball. Notando Gamini. As Laone Molloy, she's really a live wire from the right-hand side. Is Molloy coming through and hoping to benefit from that again, sends another question to the goalkeeper, Yaone Modise. Getting back to the action. Young Buffaloes playing in the Premier League with Manzini Wanderers and Arrows, Red Arrows. They've dominated the season, not conceding a goal, and we'll go back to 2022 when they had what we call the invincible season, scoring 221 goals, and Telamalanga as well as Tenalide contributed immensely to that 221 goals.
221 goals, that's what it took, that's what it takes for them to make it to this tournament, and we're just hoping to see more of that performance as the matches continues.
Well, you want more of that. However, the competition level is a little bit higher. And if we look at the results so far, it's 1-0, 2-1, 0-0, 3-1. There hasn't been that much of a scoreline, but we'll remember Mamelodi Sundowns with the 8-0 victory.
Yes, 8-0 victory versus Olympic, and Dimaroni were defeated. Yeah. They were demolished with those 8 goals.
That still remains the highest scoreline in the Champions League qualifiers. Olympic Dimaroni on the receiving end of Mamelodi Sundowns, whom was able to win their match out in the USA by 2 goals to 0. And, just to remind everybody that that is the African representative team. So we need to follow their results. They lost their first match by 3 goals to 0 against Kansas City, and they've been playing at the CPKC Stadium.
Yes, and they are not known the powerhouse for nothing. They just proved it that they are the Mamelodi Sundowns.
So another yellow card. A yellow card, and Keitumetsi Ditebe. She looks very frustrated. Another change for young Buffaloes. Immediately gets into action is Nokola Posha Mulinga. Caller Knox. Malinga's come on and will just slot into that defense. Coach picking up a problem is Gaborone United is having the ability to knock the ball about, poke holes into that defense. They've been unsettled. As we have a look at Onhlametsi. If played right, keeper makes the save. However, when you're looking at the cover defense, there's another opportunity in the side netting.
Keeper is wide awake, and the defense as well. Great communication, brilliant coverage of the keeper together with the defense.
Here's a chance yet again, and we see Laone Malloy, keeper, getting a save, and her defense and Celebatso had to tidy up in that move, but it was an inviting moment. Not enough red jerseys coming in to support that attempt. Here's Molloy. Molloy takes it to Mponga. Ponga going out to the left-hand side. And Klama again brings it in. Finds Modise. Modise in the box, showing some footwork, keeps possession. Modise releases on Amansi! And side netting.
On the side. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful opportunity for Gaborone United. They have been pressing since the second half. So far, so good.
That ball, just having a look at a waltzing Matilda. Yaone Modise waltzing away and looking for the space, but denied by the side netting. They've thrown everything at young Buffaloes, still being elusive or eluded by that goal that they need to get back into this match. Young Buffaloes need to launch an attack. They've been on the back foot for quite a long time in this game, for most parts of the second half, on the edge of the box. Buffaloes, Tenanile, looking for Malinga. Keeper is quick to read the danger. Gaborone. Nancy. Celebatso communicating with the players. It's another high ball. Seems to be a wing that is causing the problem with Yaone Modise. Nogutula Dlamini is giving instructions to her team to try and get settled. It's been one-way traffic for Gaborone United. It's been one-way traffic. It's a throw-in.
They're pressing for opportunity.
Living rather dangerously is young Buffaloes, soaking way too much of the pressure from Gaborone. Gaborone looking for the equalizer. Ball over the top, one bounce, keeper comes out. Had to get it, had to make the mistake. The flag goes up. The flag goes up. Communication happening between the referee as well as the goalkeeper, and the referee is insisting that it is a goal. A flag was up moments earlier, but the referee is trying to explain herself. It looks like it's been given. Let's have a look. In actual fact, confusion reigns. It's an offside. Finally, a decision is made. The offside flag was up very quickly. That's the header. And here's a moment. But they've got to be very, very careful. It was a free kick given. Another ball that is whipped to no man's land. Let's hope that this decision Gaborone United launches another attack. They will have their heads down with that decision turned in favor of Young Buffaloes. It's another long ball, but one definitely has got to ask the questions. Here's a chance this time. Yana Mitchell! Modise. It was a matter of time before Gaborone United get the goal. Keeper can only do so much. The fans are loving it. We are loving it, and so are you.
She was caught off guard. She was caught off guard, and just as soon as the other ball was denied, she came back and she registered the ball.
That is how you respond to disappointment. This time she was onside, coming from the left-hand side. The ball was whipped in by Keitumetse, finding an unmarked Yaone Modise, and she made no mistake. Keeper could do not much. She's really been brilliant thus far, and eventually the equalizing goal, which just brings Jessica, or registers a goal by Jessica Yaone in this match. Here's Gaborone United again piling on the pressure. Pointsiman, keeper comes out. Flag goes up this time. Defense has been bridged. Asking for calm is the captain of Young Buffaloes. They've struggled here in the second half. Yaone Modise. They were persistent with getting the ball behind the defense of Young Buffaloes and eventually paying off.
And that's the attitude that players must have. Just because you are lacking behind it and you have conceded does not mean that you must not work hard. This has just shown how brilliant teamwork is about.
Support, teamwork. This is a team sport. Spilisile Ndlovu went down into that challenge. Good to see her come up. Here's another waltzing Matinda in Laone, and another opportunity for Jessica Maponga. And that ball, disappointment by Nancy Bayaletsi. Well, we show you the earlier goal that was disallowed by Gaborone United. The ball bouncing and the player infringing the goalkeeper, and that was not disallowed. I mean, that was disallowed. And that was the earlier moment. You're looking at these two players climbing into the goalkeeper. And that is what the referee is alluding to say, and we need to protect the goalkeeper. Therefore, that goal, yes, it found the back of the net, but it was not allowed. But it was moments later where Gaborone United says, we're not done yet. We've been given the opportunity to go back and rectify the mistakes. They continued to build up. They continued to knock the ball around, especially on the right-hand side. And Keitumetse being instrumental, whipping that ball in, and eventually finding an oncoming Yaone Modise, who made no mistake to get the equalizing goal.
Right.
Goalkeeper was beaten. Second, the fourth goal, and she's conceded. The referees just getting her equipment in order and a bit of tape to hold down the mic. Nicely assisted by the fourth official. We're talking about Nonjabulo Nonja. Seems to have forced Gaborone United Young Buffaloes onto the back foot as Gaborone United, and that has been through the introduction of Jessica Maponga, who's come into the midfield, settled the midfield. She's been able to spring the passes out left, spring the passes out right, and Yaone Modise has also turned on the heat and put in a little bit more effort. Defensively, and as they would like to remind us that you cannot defend for 90 minutes. It was way too early for Young Buffaloes to defend that goal for as long as they did. They say a bird that sits too long in the tree is calling for a stone, and that was Young Buffaloes that were defending for most parts of this match and eventually got punished. I'll bring it back, and then carefully so. Tenanile needs the supply. She needs to get the coordination. They need to stamp the authority in that midfield. Noktula Dlamini will do exactly that, but Teliwe saying, no, leave that to me. Looking for support. Ketumetse playing it back. There's another opportunity. Moloi! Keeper comes out.
Credit to the keeper. Credit to the keeper. She has done a good job so far from first half and the second half. She is doing a good job.
Spaces opened up from the middle. There was an option to go to the left. There was an option to go to the right. But Moloi, who has received the pass from the midfield, left the two defenders for Dednut Nomvula and Pilisiwe. She's spotting that she has the edge. She has the advantage in terms of her pace. And, making use of the moment. Peresi, who has been on holiday for most parts of the second half, gallops away. It's another high ball, intercepted at the halfway line. Gaborone, who is available. It is Liano Busang. Busang plays it with Muchawe. Muchawe switching play. An opportunity for Young Buffaloes to organize themselves defensively. When they do connect those passes from the back, they've looked absolutely menacing. Is Gaborone United. The patience in their game. Liano. Eliwe. Klama on the right-hand side for Buffaloes sends another long ball. These long balls have become problematic for Young Buffaloes. They need to try and cut them out, but they're launching the attack from the defense. There's Gaborone United. The chase is on. Keeper comes off a line. Notando Dlamini. Keeper does well to pick out a player. It's a long ball. This time Muchawe is looking for Ontlamesi. There's belief, Gaborone United, that they can do better. They can win this match. It's a foul. Muchawe plays it to Bayaletsi. There's a chance for a shot, and that's a beauty. Another beauty. Ketumetse Ditebe. She took a shot, and there's nothing wrong with that. Pretty encouraged by the coach. Ketumetse Ditebe. It's a lovely effort by Ditebe. Played back and made herself available, opened the body. Technique is good. That ball didn't dip quick enough for her. Young Buffaloes. 1-1 is the scoreline. Could this be another draw for Gaborone United?
It seems like history might repeat itself today. But if you look at Ditebe, the way she's playing, she's very influential and she's all over creating opportunities.
Well, Ditebe creating opportunities and being all over the place. She's definitely that player that has stepped up from the previous match. It's definitely influencing the match. Ketumetsi Ditebe. We've got a 3-man wall, 3-woman wall. Ditebe trying to get a curl on that, wanted it to go to the left of the goalkeeper. And that ball just missing the target. It's in the air. Liano. Young Buffaloes get an opportunity to launch a very rare attack of their own. She has 2 players to contend with. Eliu and Ambule. Muchawe. So bossing that defense for United. She's bossing that defense. Releases Laone. Laone Mudloi coming from the outside and good defending as that ball goes over the byline. Over the byline. I think after Young Buffaloes were wounded by Ascent, they started very well but have slowly faded away. Playing in moments, that is, you need the consistency. They need to look for that goal that will get them over the line.
That Equalizer has made Young Buffaloes to lose concentration, which is a very dangerous thing to do.
A corner for Gaborone United. Ball missed by everyone in that box, but it's still with Gaborone United. And it is Laone Moloi. Throw in. The crowd are asking the questions. The crowd are wanting a winner for Young Buffaloes, and will get a point out of this match. The first point of the tournament, if it remains as is, that is for Young Buffaloes. They registered a loss, 3-1. Here's an opportunity, but good defending by Eliu and Kambule. Seems like Young Buffaloes are struggling with the high balls that Gaborone United have resolved to. They're whipping the balls just behind that defense. The stretcher is brought onto the field. Been stretched off. For a moment, Young Buffaloes will be down to 10. And it's the landing of Futi that got her in all sorts of trouble. Futi Dlamini seems to have landed rather awkwardly.
She landed on her own foot, and you know the boot hurts, so she must be feeling in pain. She must be in a lot of pain.
Five minutes to be added. 5 minutes to be added to the 90 of the referee's optional time, with all the injuries that have come into play. The stoppages here in the second half. Focus for both sets. Gaborone United will throw the kitchen sink at Young Buffaloes in these closing stages of the match. Here's Kitumeti Ditebe, and that's the high ball that is troublesome. Keeper, she collects comfortably. Header. There's confirmation of the 5 minutes. The board is up. The touchline. Futi is ready to get back onto the field and waiting for permission from the fourth official. That is Nonjabulo Ndlela. Sama. Another ball, another high ball. Still, Gaborone looking for the winning goal. But the chase is on. Keeper comes off a line. That is Tlamelo Peresi. Peresi is trying to share a bit of skill. You can't blame her, as Mochawe is available with space. Questions been asked, and asking for supply is Busang. Busang didn't put enough effort on that ball to reach Modise. Ditebe. Ditebe gets the return pass. She continues her run. Ditebe, she'll take a shot! Keeper! Fantastic effort by the keeper. She has every right. She has every right to be upset with her defense that has gone to sleep. She has every right, because everyone has switched off, including the captain, Tenanile. The minute she makes the save, she goes back, and there was hope from the captain to say thank you. The captain goes and whispers in her ear, Zikomo Kambiri.
Zikomo Kwambili, indeed. That keeper was left there all alone. So she has every right to be upset, because this is about teamwork.
Keeper was very exposed. You can see that Young Buffaloes, in terms of fitness, they're letting it go. They're struggling in these closing stages. They started off very well and faded away and fizzled away as the match progressed, giving the ascendancy to Gaborone United. And they've really made good use of it with the amount of possession. And in football, when they talk of a game of two halves, it was the first half that belonged to Young Buffaloes. Gaborone came back in the second half, took the game by the scruff of its neck, and got the goal that they needed, and then continuously looking for the winning goal. They've been denied by Trinile. You could possibly say Gaborone United was thwarted by goalkeeper Trinile Dlamini. She was the difference today for Young Buffaloes. She really denied 3 points to Gaborone United single-handedly. A number of shots that have been taken and clear-cut opportunities. She came out, made sure she narrows the angle when necessary. Mochawe. They've definitely gone into defensive mode. United. Header away, and again you're seeing the players lose focus. They're trying to spur them on. They've been at it for 90 minutes. We are in referee's optional time. We've played almost 4 minutes of the 5 minutes given. Celiwe Kambule, Celiwe Nokthula Dlamini, Nomvula Zuba, Knox Malinga, Nondumiso is giving chase. It is Liano Busang. On Tlametsi, again lacking the patience on Tlametsi. Could have just stopped, look back, look left, look right, look for an oncoming player.
A bit of a selfish move there. If she had just moved the ball and just look on the right where her opponent were, she would have made a good move. That would have been a ball if she was not selfish.
I think it's got to do with decision making more than being selfish. When players are so tired, yes, Ditebe brings Malloy offside. This flag of the assistant referee on the far side, that's Happiness Damba from Malawi. She's been spot on with the decisions, is Happiness. And I'm sure she'll be very happy with the performance. This is the moment when she releases the ball. And we can see that she strays offside as Laone Malloy. Maybe if she had a bit of a bucket run coming around the goal, the defenders, that would have given her or made her onside. The referee, Cedilia Fernando, brings an end to this match. And 1-1 the scoreline. Points are shared in Group B, the second draw for Gaborone United. They now have 2 points, and for Young Buffaloes, this is the first point of the tournament. Later on, we do have Ascent Academy. They are up against UD Lichinga, and there's a lot of expectation. The goalkeeper, who is in a huddle, and the players appreciating the work that she's done. As we confirm the scoreline from Imperial Stadium, it is Gaborone United 1, Young Buffaloes 1. Jessica Modise scoring in the 75th minute and the 24th minute. These are the highlights of the full 90 minutes. It was a lovely raindrop coming from Modise in the opening minutes, and the keeper was called upon. This was when it all started for keeper Dlamini. Trina again coming from that side. She followed that ball to the letter. Is Grinile Dlamini. Fantastic effort coming from the blind side was Laone Modise, denied by the goalkeeper. Again, the goalkeeper was caught into action and made a brilliant save with two strong hands. Laone. So the battle was definitely between Laone, Modise and the goalkeeper. Laone was not done yet. Again called upon. Keeper gets a save, and ball was cleared by Celebatso. It is Gaborone United again who was piling on the pressure. Ontlametsi asked the questions as Yaone Modise was waltzing away and trying to open up a defense. Eventually, the net bulged. It had to be Modise on the scorecard. She was a live wire and continued to probe, and eventually paying off. Moments later, switching to Molloy, denied by the goalkeeper and having strayed offside, and the keeper collected that ball with comfort. Ditebe Ketumetsi thought she would ask another long-range drive, but that was not heading into the corner as the box. The keeper makes a save. The ball over the top yet again by Ketumetsi Ditebe. Well, the fans who are getting themselves ready for the next match. The wind continues to blow and frustrate the players. Good stretches by the team on the day. Young Buffaloes giving a good account of themselves, and so did Gaborone United. We conclude the first the 90 minutes at the Mpira Stadium with the